Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that for your listening pleasure, and we've got over 1,500 of these available now. We're going to continue to add as often as we can. I've got different things coming and things that I'm kind of looking at in a hope for positivity and positive growth and all that good stuff. Hopefully, there is a value there, and we can kind of make that go forward in a positive direction, and hopefully. In any event, if you are looking for life, business, relationship coaching, would love to see you connect in a more direct way. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will give you a contact with me or a member of my team. We can move from there. So the Life Lesson Series, and this is number 283. Life Lesson Series is just a series of things that get you to focus on or look at things that you may be able to benefit from without necessarily realizing that you're not paying attention to it. The first thing is looking at how you focus yourself. Your level of focus will determine, and what you're focused on will determine your level of success in a daily life. And so a lot of times we don't realize that part of the reason we don't succeed in life is because we have a habit of being underfocused or unfocused. And so when we begin to kind of connect on a deeper level and ultimately make things go in a more positive direction, we have to begin to understand how to identify the ways at which we begin to kind of make a decision for the future and kind of do things from a more driven perspective. Sometimes focusing on our overall goal can be helpful. Sometimes focusing on the things that matter more to us can be helpful. But the idea is ultimately to identify our level of focus and what we're trying to accomplish so that we can make more out of our daily lives. The next thing is what we invest our time in, what we invest our money in, what we invest our energy in is important. So take stock of your investments on a regular basis. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean just financial, which is, I think, where people often make a bunch of mistakes. Because if you're only interested in um, kind of having that value and having that connective, we ultimately get into a lot of difficult situations, including apparently the need for me to get my phone. We'll be back in two shakes of a lamb's tail right after this. And again, the level of focus is important, and certainly, putting a mindset towards um, looking at the new definition of success. Success is something that we all want, but success can mean different things to different people, and it doesn't have to be that everyone's version of success is the exact same thing. Matter of fact, it's kind of stupid when people are trying to live another person's version of success. And the reason that it's stupid is you're living their life and their version of what makes them happy, and at some point, you have to find what makes you happy and something that you can live within, and really be passionate about so that you can begin to understand the values that matter to you. You can't live another person's life and get their level of, happiness from it or happiness to it when you begin to understand the value is placing yourself as my version of success doesn't have to match with anyone else's, and also making friends and or social acquaintances that are uh, most important to you, and being there for what's going to help you grow. Be ready to grow and ultimately focus on that continual growth. The next thing there is to look at what your dreams are, what your aspirations are, and the desires of how to make things come together, and understanding the value of doing that in a way that makes sense to you, and be at a place that's intelligent and ready to move forward in a positive direction, and know that wherever you go, whatever you do, you have the decision making ability to get where you want to be only when you give your value to others when they have earned it. And earning it is through consistency, earning it is through kindness, and understanding how to be at peace within yourself. And so ultimately, you have to find internal peace before you can share it with another person, and or live your dreams. The next thing is understand that every conversation, every interaction is at least a partial leverage experience. What I mean by leverage experience is we all are trying to get something from the interactions that we have, and using leverage appropriately can be the difference between success and failure for lots of people in social situations. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.